Good morning, friends and St. Andrew's family. I know it's quite shocking, but if you've been around me for any length of time, my hair has always been untamable. It's been kind of my trademark. Jim and his crazy hair, and Jim and his permanent bedspread head. And I'm afraid this week I had to say goodbye to my love-hate relationship with my hair, and no more will I have any complaints that I need to comb my hair. As many of you know, Patty and I have been in the White Mountains of Arizona, and we've had just a great time. We've enjoyed just some fresh air, some cooler air, just a lot of beauty. I love water, so we've gotten to see some lakes. We fished, and Patty caught a great fish. And on Tuesday, I'm sitting here reading a novel, and my hair started falling out in clumps. And I know many of you have been through this before, and I've seen and walked beside some of you if you've had to make this transition. And so I found myself finding a local barber and end up having to shave my head. And something's interesting has happened is it's kind of creating a dynamic with my identity. I'm starting to look like a cancer patient. Over the last month, I have been developing an identity that my role right now in this season of life is to fight cancer. And I'm a cancer patient. And I've been really wrestling with that identity because it feels kind of narrow. And but for a while, I'll go out and shopping or wherever I go, and people don't notice because I look normal on the outside, even though I have a disease on the inside. But now I'm starting to look the part. And to be honest with you, when Patty and I are together, people start looking at us like that couple's got a story behind them, because we both look like cancer patients, to be honest. And even though I wrestle with that identity, I feel like God is telling me that often in the past and even in the present, I have a tendency to narrow my identity to one or two things. Often my identity has been in, I'm a pastor. And as much as I've loved that identity, often it can be narrow. And now as my identity as I'm a pastor fighting cancer, even in that, I feel like God is saying, widen your identity. How I see you is so much larger than how you see yourself. And so I've really felt called to see my life as a cluster. And I use that word pretty strategically. And we know it has a lot of connotations because I really believe my life is a mixture of a lot of complex beauty and a lot of complex mess, as both Patty and I are navigating cancer together. And I just felt like God is saying, widen how you see yourself, and it will widen how you see the world. And so what I started to do, and some of you have done this exercise, and it's such a great exercise in seasons where you feel a lot of ambiguity, like I do, is I started to write down, who am I? And first and foremost, I am a follower of Jesus. I just want to be with Jesus, and I want to love the people around me. I'm a father to Jake and Connor. I am a husband to Patty. I love adventure, and that's a big part of me, and that shouldn't stop even if I have to crawl to it. I love being a pastor to St. Andrew's, and I feel like God is saying, even widen that, because now you're a pastor to whomever God puts in your path. I'm a caregiver to 2 beautiful horses and 3 really obnoxious goats. And I'm a lover of beauty, and I just want to see as much of the outdoors as I can. And as I made that list, I felt like God was saying, again, widen who you see who you are, and it will widen how you see the world. And so I'm praying this season will be a widening season. And so please pray with me in that. That is my first prayer request. Is as I wrestle with who am I in this season of ambiguity, as things have changed radically in my life, allow me to get clear about how I see myself. The second prayer request is Patty and I start treatment again this week, and I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it, to be honest with you. So please continue to pray for both Patty and I. We have different side effects, but pray for our side effects. And then third, I just keep praying that it works. For both Patty and I, just please pray that it shrinks the tumors and that God can allow this toxicity of chemo to actually do some beauty in our lives, whatever that may mean. Many of you have modeled figuring out who you are in times of unknown, and I want to thank you for being a good role model. I want to say again, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the wonderful cards you've sent. Take care. Amen.